Donald Trump's youngest son is about to hit a major milestone. But what does it mean for Barron, his family, and America? Barron Trump is Donald Trump and Melania Trump's only child. Despite living in the White House for years and having the eyes of the world on his father, Barron has mostly kept a low profile. Even though there may be some signs that this now 17-year-old is ready to step into the public eye, following the lead of his older brothers and his father, this might not be the case. It's also possible that, like his mother, Barron will prefer to stay out of the spotlight as much as possible. At least that's what Eden Gillot, crisis management expert of Gillot Communications, thinks, and if Barron does so, it could benefit him in a number of ways. The list exclusively spoke with Gillot to get her take on Barron's potential future in the spotlight, and it turns out he doesn't actually have much of one. Gillot explains, Barron will most likely opt for Melania's elegance of privacy rather than his father's love of the spotlight. This selective visibility could define his persona, underscoring the sophistication of leading a life of quiet dignity amidst a world that often confuses noise with influence. Of course, Donald Trump is hoping to be elected president again in 2024, so he's been spending plenty of time on the campaign trail lately.
A giraffe, a tiger, or this, or that, a whale. Which one is the whale?
While his eldest sons have been making campaign appearances with and for him, Barron and Melania have yet to contribute much public support. Barron is just 17 years old, but he'll be turning 18 by March 2024, and the coming year is no doubt going to bring more attention to the family, and Barron by extension. Gillot told The List how that extra attention could be something Barron uses to his advantage, explaining, Barron has a unique opportunity to capitalize on this increased visibility to subtly shape his own narrative. While his father's potential presidency could heighten public interest, Barron could use this moment not for direct engagement, but as a chance to reinforce his personal brand of quiet distinction. It would certainly be a different ballgame if Donald wins the presidency again. The first time, Barron was very much a child, so there was more of an expectation that he'd be left to grow up in peace and privacy as much as he could. This time, he'd be an adult. In this sense, Barron would have to set his own boundaries. Barron Trump will also be graduating from Oxbridge Academy in Palm Beach, Florida in 2024, and he will likely be going to college in the fall, though we don't yet know where or what he'll study if he does go. He may follow in Donald Trump's footsteps. Barron's father started at Fordham University in New York City and then transferred to the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania to finish his undergraduate degree in economics. Either way, this time of transition provides Barron with quite an opportunity. Gillot says, by focusing on his education and personal interests, he can navigate the heightened attention in a way that aligns with his preference for privacy, setting a precedent for engaging with the public on his own terms. Gillot believes that even though Barron is a Trump, he can still make his own way in the world. She explains, Barron's choice of a quieter path could mark him as the bearer of a new legacy where he redefines what it looks like to carry the name. That quieter legacy could basically become his signature trait, one that Gillot says could mark him as a figure of thoughtful consideration. It could also make things easier for him if he ever decides to make a change. Gillot adds, if at a later point he decides he wants to fully step into public life, it'll be much easier to navigate than trying to close Pandora's box.